Hey everyone, it's James with geometricharts.com. January 14th, about 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the 4-hour chart of the Bitcoin, BTC USD on the Bitfinex exchange. So a little bit of a pop here after a severe sell-off going into late last week, and then some horizontal price movement going into the weekend, which was to be expected. A little nosedive. Before the futures reopened, and then a pump back up. Now the question is, can Bitcoin hold this? If Bitcoin can hold this, I think it's going to try to trek a little bit higher to relieve a lot of this selling pressure. If Bitcoin can break back above this area right here and create a higher high, then I do think this is just a corrective move. We're going to push up, probably chop around, and then try to push higher in the future. Not that I'm bullish on Bitcoin. On the bigger picture, I'm still bearish. Like over the next month or 2 months, or maybe not a month, but over the next couple months, 3 months, 6 months, etc. I'm still bearish on Bitcoin at the moment. I do not think Bitcoin is bottom. What I think has happened is there's been a massive sell-off in this market, and the players, whether it's the exchanges or whomever, are trying to pump price up to relieve as much of that selling pressure as possible. I do not know how successful they're going to be. As soon as there's an influx of volume, it does not stay around at all. It's very, these pumps and dumps are very fast. So it's really hard to gauge just on one little pump that's saying oh, that's it. This is the bottom. Things going to go to the moon. Everyone's going to get mega rich, blah, blah, the other stuff you hear out there. But in the reality is these pumps are sold very, very quickly, and they're hollow moves. So you just have to be prepared for that if you're trading this market. It is going to be choppy. There's going to be a lot of volatility. I do not see that ending anytime soon. So short term, if this can hold up, and if Bitcoin does not break this bottom right here, which is January 13th on any asset, as long as that bottom is maintained, I think price is going to try to trek higher. It's not going to be one straight pump up in the air like we've seen in the past. If it is, I'd become very, very worried that it's going to fall just as fast as it went up, which we've seen time and time again in Bitcoin. But at least for the short term, as long as this bottom is held, Bitcoin should trek higher. There's no reason price should be revisiting that bottom. If it is revisiting that bottom, it's going to retest this area right here. And if it breaks the 3,200 area, then about the mid-twos is probably the next likely area to find some support. Whether that support leads to a bottom or not, I don't know. I don't think anyone really knows. You'd have to have a crystal ball for it. But all I know is the levels that it's trading at. So as of now, short term, probably this week, maybe going into even next week, if we can hold this zone, I'll be a little bit bullish on Bitcoin. Other than that, in the bigger picture, I'm still bearish on Bitcoin. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Like I said, if it breaks above here, that'd be a very positive sign. That's roughly about 42.20 on Bitfinex. And that would be a very positive sign that Bitcoin is going to try to pump higher, more than likely exceeding this high and trying to move up that ladder, probably into the low fives on the bigger picture, on the bigger horizon, as long as it's maintained and price is pumping upward. If not, it fails. It fails to even break through the 50% mark, through this area right here, about 3,900, then that's it. It's a wrap. It's going to go back down, retest the lows, and if those lows do not hold, again, it's the mid-twos. So hopefully all that makes sense to everybody. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your support. If you do like the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow, and I'll produce another video on Wednesday. We'll see. It'll have a little more of a clearer perspective if we hold this zone on where pricing will go in the future. But as of now, it's kind of okay, we got our pump. Now let's see if it actually holds up. If it does, positive. Obviously, if it doesn't, it's negative. So other than that, have a great day. Have a great night, depending on where you are in the world. And I'll talk to everybody on Wednesday.